three things a man needs to hear. If you haven't heard it, I'm going to say it to you now, right?
Okay.
She was like, I believe in you.
I believe in you. You make me feel safe. I appreciate everything you do for me.
I listened to that. I was driving to a client, 30 minutes to get to this client. I just listened to it over and over again. I just let it play over and over again, teared up and everything. Like, I was like, I didn't realize that these last 5 years of my life, I have been catering to a relationship that didn't speak to me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand. I don't hear, like, you know, I got a lot of loving people around me. Like you guys, you, Red, people at barbershop, my clients.
Your family and friends.
I'm around mad love. Everybody's mad cool. Everybody speaks nicely, but it was like, I wasn't giving attention to how important those words were, right? Like, I was always like, you know, I'll hit you up when I'm
you say you have a lot of love from the family and friends, but not really from a woman.
I hear it from women I date too. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't realize.
So you don't hear from a woman you date that you want, that you want to date.
It wasn't even about the dating. I'll be honest with you, it was about the intimacy, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you give people
That's
access
just
to
wild to me. You're just mad close to me and you said the word intimacy felt weird.
First off, ever since I readjusted I adjusted where I was facing, I am formally facing this.
All right, go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
It's about the intimacy, the access, right?
Yeah.
I give this woman intimate access to my energy, to my person, to my mental, and I deal with her constantly. And because I was catering to this relationship, I don't feel like I'm incapable of dealing with the person that I made a child with. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, and so in my brain, I'm like, what do I need to do? You know, communication is easy. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to move there? That's no big deal. But I didn't realize how much it was chipping away at my vision of self. So hearing someone speak, I know that people believe in me. I know people care about me. I know people love the way I lead. I know people love the way I parent. I know that. There's nothing that I would never tell you. I don't think anybody believes me. I would never say those words in my life.
Right.
I didn't realize that not hearing them, right? Having someone speak softly and nurturing. There's a difference between speaking to the man in you and having someone speak nicely to you. That woman made a video speaking to the man in me, right? Like, specifically,
whatever that means. What does it mean to speak to the man in you?
The masculine. So as a man, like, I feel like, and I'm a gender role enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
Like, you provide, you protect, you lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that.
So the like standard description and ideal of a man, like the traditional ideal of a man in that role. You're saying she was speaking to that, like bringing that out of you, like making sure that that's empowered.
So it's the sacrifice. If I had to really think about it, I didn't really analyze this, right?
Yeah.
And look, right now, just reflecting, it's the fact that as a man, you sacrifice for your family and for your friends and for your loved ones. You sacrifice. You go out every day and you chipped away at, right? And you want to recharge and recoup. Even at home, you still have to perform. You have to take care of your house. You have to manage your house too. But like, the idea is that I didn't have that female aspect I didn't realize I was missing it, right? Because I guess I'm at an age now where I kind of want a good woman.
Why does that happen? We're looking for that now, and now we want to get that appreciation and all that type of stuff. But I know from the ages of 17 to about 27, worst human beings on the planet.
I don't say worse. You're a savage, right? I'm not just a savage, because I mean, like, if a lion sees a gazelle, right, and he's hungry, he's not gonna not go eat the gazelle. It's primal. It's instinctual. You're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was savage in the sense of you ain't have to fling it by the neck or something. I mean, you could have just ate the gazelle.
You could have just ate the
It was
gazelle.
savage. I'm not gonna say that.
But I'm saying, so now it's like, so we were out there not caring about being appreciated at all, and now we want. Oh, you want a relationship? We would want a good woman. We understand the like benefits and of having that type of relationship because we've been through relationships. And it's like, now we want that appreciation and we don't see it. Do we feel we as individuals, have we made these women, the women that we worked with, and not that the 17 to 27-year-old, this is all anecdotal, only our own lives, not man and not one of these topics where we're talking about men and women in society today. I'm talking about us. Did we ruin the perspective of some of the women that we may have, the gazelles that we went after on how to show appreciation by not even caring for appreciation? Like our type of men, because most men are not like us, so you can't make it
about a man and a woman.
About a man and
we're
a
talking
woman.
about us
Yeah.
specifically. I think that
Is it possible?
I think it's more wrong.
I'm only asking it. I don't think I did.
No. I think it makes it harder for other men. I think the level of articulation, me specifically, women that deal with me, I'm very emotionally intelligent, right?
Right.
So I'm analyzing how I feel, how you feel, and what I can do to make. You know what I'm saying? So like in doing that, I feel like it's a healthier communication. Granted, the relationships aren't always the best because we're growing, right? We're growing into who we're gonna be. But I think the level of communication, like the attention to detail, that ruins it, or not ruins it, but makes it harder for a man that's not emotionally intelligent to do it. Like my intellect or my self-reflection was a survival tactic, right?
Yeah.
So I developed it early to survive.
Uh-huh.
Everybody didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't happen. I just got lucky with the friend group that I had. I got a friend group that was like, let's reflect together. You know what? Let's analyze this. This is fun. You know, I just got lucky with the friend group. But like ideally, before I met Charles, I was rolling. Before Charles was B Squad. I was wrong. I was B Squad. I wasn't doing it. What a playing Halo. I was playing Halo. I was playing. I was playing Halo. Stay out the way. Like it was different. I got fortunate, but I will say that if the women that dated us, I think, got a gem. They had something like that's why a lot of the women that we dated when we were kids still talk to us to this day. You know what I mean? We didn't ruin it because
I feel like that's just player. I feel like I said, we're talking about this, but I feel like that's just on some player shit that like we're able to kind of like always make it put in our favor because there's one or two.
Can you believe? Hold on. One or two. So that's my thing. Game is game, right?
Yeah.
Game is game. Period.
But you know, all dudes feel like they're like that too.
What do you mean, like that game?
No. All dudes feel like that. Most dudes feel like they're him, and they're like in that space.
That's just a popular phrase that they threw out there. Like, hold on. That's like saying,
I'm not saying that.
I'm a man, right?
Yeah.
Even I'm him. I'm a man. People that say that I'm a man ain't really mad. That's not. I'm very confident. People that confident will go around saying I'm very confident.
Yeah.
Like that's not what you say.
Except though, people who are rich. No, you're right. People who are really rich. No, but people who are really rich don't say nothing.
People that really rich don't do the money stat thing. People that are really rich. People that really rich wear fucking sweatpants and a t-shirt and they go to Walmart. You know
Real rich.
Real rich don't do what the facade. So I'll tell you, like, I don't think that the reason why I think that the game is like, you can't get mad at us for existing the way we exist. The type of breed that we are, you can't. Not to get mad. I'm not gonna give me a penalty for existing the way that I am, because I think the benefit in being with someone like me is the charisma, the intelligence, the maneuvering. You know, you with me, we gonna fit in wherever we go. There's benefit that comes with it. Who was it? I can't remember who made the quote. They said, everyone's gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But you have to pick the person whose lies you want to deal with, right?
Yeah.
There's no perfect. There is no perfect. I don't mean lying specifically. I'm just talking about there is no perfect. The idea is that I'm gonna do my best for you. You're gonna do your best for me. And someone who's dealt with me knows that my best is extraordinary.
So circling back. So all of those things and knowing all this, just being confident in yourself. So you're thinking about the appreciation fact of it. It's like, I know all these things about myself, but it is good to be reassured about all these things, especially from a woman.
So exactly. It wasn't even like a broken thing. I would say it chipped away. And after going through that cycle where it was a period of time where I was losing, I literally told you, I'm losing who I am. I'm starting to doubt who I am. I literally called you as that I'm starting to not to believe these things that I know are untrue. Like I'm weakening. I'm weakening. Like it chipped away, and even though I got into a better space, hearing it was so refreshing. When I talk about recharge, it's like Superman back in the sun type shit. Like it hit me, and I was like, I listened to it.
No kryptonite.
I was like, I gotta listen to this.
But that was you're saying that what was chipping that away was a bad relationship.
What was chipping away was the access to, there was the negative energy. It wasn't specifically I wanted a better
of a woman that's bad for you.
So I
not bad in general.
Personally, I try to stay away from that now, right?
Okay.
I hate the idea of that guy's bad or that girl's bad.
I wasn't saying that this person was bad. I'm saying the situation was bad.
The way I'm going to say it is just me figuring out how to not hold someone to a like, that person is not good for me. That energy wasn't good for me. That engagement wasn't good for me. It didn't nurture me. It didn't speak to the man in me. You know what I'm saying? It was not a good thing. And the most masculine thing I believe now is removing yourself from it. Complaining and trying to shake somebody into treating me right is crazy. That's
wild.
Crazy. So I'm like, I heard that and it spoke to me. It resonated with me. I realized that people fight differently. As a man, I want to physically be aggressive when there's opposition. You want to that's the thing. That's the threat you bring with you. When a man's with his girl, you don't disrespect his girl because you automatically as another guy, you're like, yo, if I say something to her, I gotta deal with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we are. It's implied. Violence is implied when men are around each other.
Yeah.
So like when women is different, they innuendo, character assassination, like their aggression is different. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been dealing with a different type of aggression I didn't know how to fight. And I was trying to fight it with kindness.
And you're not supposed to fight.
Well, not physically, but I mean, like, I don't know. I was like, okay, well, I'll try to be understanding. I'll try to be patient. I'll try to manage the emotions of someone else. And hearing those words that yesterday morning recharged me to be enough to realize that, like, the most masculine thing I could do is not deal with it, to make my boundary about, listen, you have to heal before you have access to me again. You can't have access to me and intimately. You can't have access to me emotionally. You can't have access to me where you can fucking damage my spirit. You cannot have access to me to that capacity. Not as a rebuttal or anger. It's not an anger at all. It's you gotta handle me appropriately. And I was telling you earlier, the space, emotional space in any relationship, romantic or not, is not something that we had our problems with that. Whereas like the emotional space in the band was like, yo, I don't feel good coming down here. I specifically said, I didn't feel good coming down here. Like emotional space is not something that men deal with regularly. And we're starting to find as a society, and we're starting to find that emotional space to talk about it. It ain't perfect, but we're starting to find that emotional space. I'm creating my emotional space. It's not a rebuttal to her like, yo, she's a bad person. Because it's not about her. It was about me being like, yo, I am smart. I am a nice dude. I am a good person. I hear it all the time, but I wasn't receiving it. You know what I'm saying?